And welcome back to the channel. Today we are in Niagara Falls, New York, one of the 7 wonders of the world. We actually live about 30 minutes from here, so we don't actually come here that often. So we're going to explore the New York side to tell you how it is, what to see, what to avoid, and we're starting off with the Seneca Casino. Now they have a little bit of a monopoly where they're the only casino that's allowed here in New York, so you can't actually get the hotel rooms at like Priceline.com, for example. Sorry about the wind. So if you wanted to get a room, you actually have to book it directly through them. I checked for next weekend. The price for the cheapest room is $325 a night. I've stayed here once. Personally, I don't think it's worth it. So let's go exploring. And right across from the casino is the Sheraton Hotel, newly remodeled. Personally, I would recommend that. The prices for a hotel is cheaper, and technically it's actually closer to the falls, which is down that little alleyway. There are touristy stuff like the Rainforest Cafe, Hard Rock Cafe. So we're gonna check out the Rainforest Cafe. Haven't been there ever, actually. Alright, so we got some delicious drinks, which you can also get with souvenir cups to take home. These are the non-souvenir cups. They're 10 bucks instead of 15. So we were just down there, down the street down there where all the tourists are. We walked over here, but just to show you how close we are to Canada. There's Canada, there's the bridge, and this is how you get over. Alright, so hopefully you can hear me. There across is the Canadian Made of the Mist. Over here, the blue is the American version Made of the Mist. There's a lookout bridge. We'll see how much that costs to get on it. However, if you are coming, there's the line. It's quite long. Now the Canadian side does have a casino. Honestly, it's a little bit nicer, and they have competition, so there's more payouts. And they have a Ferris wheel, which is actually really nice, and it overlooks everything, including the falls. And right there is what's called Clifton Hill. Now that place is really fun because there is a lot to do there, a lot of good bars, and you definitely would rather be there at night than on the US side. I personally would never come to the US side at night. It's not that safe. But let's see if we can see some of the falls. There she be. There's the Canadian version. To the left there's 2 other falls, which are the US ones, and we're gonna go visit those. Welcome to one of the 7 wonders of the world, Niagara Falls. Now we will be going over there where you can almost be right on top of the falls. But this is the view. There's the second casino for Canada. And down there are the tunnels, the caves where you can go down. They're pretty cool. Long wait though. This is the vibe. Falls are over there. They are doing a lot of construction to update, hopefully make this a little bit more accessible, a little nicer. People bringing their dogs, having picnics, laying down. Now, even though we live 30 minutes from here, we don't come here hardly ever. So this is actually quite surprising to us to see. But looks like everybody's having a good time. So for $3, we ended up going on a trolley.
Across the crest line, 176 feet down to the base of the falls, and the water is approximately 170 feet deep, so it's about as deep as it is tall. There's 75,000 gallons of water going over the American Falls every second, and that's about 10% of the river. The other 90% is all going over the horseshoe. The American Rapids Bridge on our way over to Rhode Island. Water will underneath the bridge. It's part of the Niagara River, which extends from the eastern end of Lake Erie near Buffalo, New York, and it goes down to subsequently the island was referred to as the Goats Island or Rhode Island.
All right, we're at Horseshoe Falls, and one of the first things that I'll say is, oh my God, it smells like fish. So just be prepared for that. I don't remember it ever smelling like that before, but yeah, very much fishy smell. So there is the lookout. And let's take a walk. There is Top of the Falls restaurant right here. Looks like it's got a good viewing. And I will say that the last time I was here, this is a popular spot for people to get engaged. I guess if you're going to get engaged, one of the 7 wonders of the world is probably not a bad idea. And over there is Canada. So over on the American side, you can actually get a lot closer to the falls, the actual water. The only disadvantage is you can't actually see them from afar, like the whole thing. So the Canada side is definitely a better viewing angle, but if you want to be right on top of them, that's the US side. Look at how close we can get. Yep, that's my hand. You can get very, very, very close to the edge.
Someone's like, oh my God.
There we go, we throw in a penny. Brings us good luck. And no touristy spot would be the same without
Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots. Now, 2 of these and a Gatorade in Niagara Falls, New York. How much was it?
$17.54.
Ouch! And Cave of the Winds is over on this side as well. The entrance doesn't look too bad. Alright, so this is Goat Island. Little crosswalk over to Luna Island, over the falls, where Jenna's at. So as we're coming to the end of our tour, fun fact is Niagara Falls was also part of the Underground Railroad to free slaves going to Canada. And sometimes rich slave owners would bring their staff, let's say, with them. Their staff, slaves, would pretend to be doing an errand and run into Canada and never come back. So good for them. But we're almost done. So on Fridays, they do fireworks every Friday at 10 p.m. So if you happen to be in the area, their fireworks are actually really nice. Once again, it's better to see them from the Canadian side, since you'll actually be able to see all 3 of the falls. So fun fact, if you actually take the river all the way up, right about there, you'll see this. And that's Niagara Falls looking down the river. So you can see Canada is right over there. Now, really, normally on a clear day, you'd be able to see it very clearly. But right now the fires are going on in Canada, which is making everything hazy. And we actually, that's Canada still. We actually, right underneath the Grand Island Bridge, we normally go there every Sunday. So that's actually how close we are to the Niagara Falls US side. Alright, so that was a trip to Niagara Falls, one of the 7 wonders of the world. Now, we actually made this video even though we only live 30 minutes away for a very specific reason. That is to announce that our next trip will actually be coming up in September. Our next major trip will be in September, and we're going to another 7 wonders of the world. We are going to Egypt, seeing the pyramids. So we are really excited about that. We are going to do, we're interested to see how the videoing is going to be over there. We've heard not so good things, but we will show you as much of what really Egypt is, especially for tourists, to see if it's good, bad, or indifferent. Personally, it's been on my bucket list, so I can't wait to see it. Next little trip that we're doing is
New York City.
New York City. So we're actually not going to do, it's a short trip, so we're not going to do a full video on that. We're only going to be doing 3 shorts, New York City, and 2 other adventures that we're doing. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and hopefully you like this trip down Niagara Falls. If you have any comments, leave them down below, like and subscribe.